Spit over here and mess with Barney.
I'm just going to sit here quietly while the
Oh.
lobby fills up. Jody, take it away.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Can-Am Connection. I'm one of the four hosts with Ryan SB, Nathan Williamson, Tim Talmadge. I'm your boy Chocolate Thunder, and today we're going to kick things off with this past weekend. So, for those that don't know or do know, once upon a time, the U.S. got made fun of because we had multiple national, championship tournaments and stuff.
As early as last week.
Yeah, literally last week.
Well, I mean, like it kind of went away and it came back, but this time it kind of came back with a vengeance, so to speak. So I want to get you guys' thoughts and everybody in the chat. What's up, Ryan and Woodley and Drake? What's your opinions about, if you know what happened, let me go and spill it out. You got the IFA Nationals, okay, right? And then you got the Unified Nationals. Now, if by chance you took first place in both, you were awarded a undisputed championship belt. And, that's pretty cool to have. Don't get me wrong. And I'll be the first to admit at the 1 minute and 12-minute mark or 12-second mark that I'm kind of jealous. But you also got to realize that, what does that mean going forward? Does that mean every year they're going to produce belts for that? Or how does that work out? I'm kind of wondering from a marketing standpoint, where do we go from here?
I got to ask a question. Who gave away the belts, and was it
James Reed?
Was it
James Reed gave away the belts.
Okay, James Reed. Now, is it truly a partnership, or is he just coming up with a way to encourage somebody to attend all the different nationals?
I think it's a way. I think it's a way to get everybody to come to the nationals.
But
to entice people.
Well, okay, so let's go a step further. Their numbers weren't the best, at least last year, and maybe years before that. I don't know, but if you're trying to get more people to come to your nationals by having a belt, which is cool, but then they also know that, okay, I'm going to go to IFA also. That's just going to boost their numbers up also, is it not?
I'm just laughing at the comment section. But yes, Jody, you are correct.
I'm dying at Jake Lee's comment.
Damn, they crack. What's going on? But yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of wondering where this is going. I'm not friends with James Reed on Facebook, so I wouldn't know. Did he have a phone call?
No. Jake Lee.
Now you can't see my head. I'm just going to talk like this the rest of the day, Jay. I appreciate you. Thanks, man.
We're interrupting Jody's stuff here. Like, we got.
No, I mean, I'm kind of curious.
I'm dying.
You fucking sit back. Where do we go from here? Seriously, because I'm wondering, like, I don't know how much those belts cost, but are you going to keep producing more and more is my question.
Maybe it's like Louisiana where you got to bring it back and defend it every year.
Well,
that's stupid.
Cool.
It's too hard, man, because you got to defend it. Like, what happens if you defend it, but then you don't win the next national?
I was dying.
Right?
I was dying.
Gone, but then the second national winner cannot defend it either because he wasn't at the first one. So it's got to be a one-off. It's too complicated to defend it. James Reed is the one guy that might do it every year, like produce these belts every year.
But then if that's the case, then how prestigious is it? It's not like, you remember those days, Tim? You remember those days, those Triple Crown winners? You remember those?
Mm-hmm.
Where if you won first place in all nationals, you get like, a triple. I think Brent Rockers and somebody else was like the only people to win it. But
they're a ruler of the nation that kind of did something similar to Gary Roberts' thing.
Yep.
I missed those.
We did it with Ruler of the Nation. That was a pretty good one.
Maple syrup candies.
We only send those to the Americans because they've been killing Canadians for years. We don't eat those anymore. Oh, Jocelyn gave you those? I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
Wow.
I got all kinds of candies in here, man. You gotta leave me alone.
Yes, I'm just kind of wondering, it's interesting because now I'm kind of wondering, okay, congratulations to those that won, kudos to them, but you got to go, okay, well, how many entries were there? Because nobody knows except for the people that were there. I have no idea how many entries were there.
I could look it up. I got told how many there were.
I don't know.
I ended up having not being able to. I had to cancel all my stuff and wasn't able to go. So.
I'll tell you this: if you win the Canadian Nationals, you are the undisputed Canadian national champion.
Well, yeah, when you got 900 plus people entries and stuff, man, that's saying a lot.
It won't be that way this year.
Because it won't be in Quebec.
Correct.
Yeah, location.
Where's it going to be? In Regina?
Regina, Saskatchewan.
I'm gonna
Okay.
guess 550 is my
Let's
guess.
say 5. 5 would be a good number for nationals outside of, like in the West. That'd be a good nationals.
I'm sticking my 550.
Are we going over or under?
We're doing it like the Price is Right. So if it's
Okay,
if it's 501, I win.
that's fine. Closest to the number
What
without
was
going
your
over.
number, Ryan? What do you think
He
it
said
is?
500.
500 even.
Hmm.
Don't say 499. That's a dick move.
I'll say 476.
I was gonna probably go 475.
No, see, you should have went with a 1 because then no matter what, if it's between 1 and 475, you win.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know,
Sorry, I
then
don't watch Price is
somebody
Right.
just has to say 2, and well, I guess if Tim goes last, he could have done it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say whatever it is, I can guarantee you it's more than the US.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, speaking of that,
Oh shit.
what were your
We got
thoughts
Jody on.
on people charging spectators to attend arm wrestling events, depending on if it's an expo? I get if it's an expo, totally get that. But if it's just a regular tournament, where do
Well, if it's an expo, then obviously there's always a fee to get into an expo.
Yeah.
So you can't really knock them for that. In the terms of like, it depends, right? Are you doing it out of like a bar and restaurant where you're charging people? Because that's kind of not cool. But if you're the promoter fronting everything and you're having to pay for the venue and stuff like that, and you're charging like $5 a head, I don't see an issue with that.
Are we
Or $10
talking about a
head.
nationals?
Yeah, so you're
yeah.
talking about the nationals, but normal national or not normal national, normal expos, you get in with your entry fee. But if you don't
No. But they were charging spectators
spectators?
just to watch, which is normal.
Oh right, yeah, normal. Expos, any expos.
But
like
I
that.
was
mean,
saying, yeah,
speaking of-
but yeah.
I'm just speaking on my events. The last 2 years, I've had to charge $5 to get into my venue for the simple fact of how much I get charged for my venue. There's a
Okay,
certain-
so
there's a certain
here's the
point
thing.
where you
Can I
grow
speak
out.
on Tim's? I'll speak on yours, Tim. So like last year, and this is where this particular situation made sense. So last year, Washington State, we had the super match, card Friday night, also the pay-per-view Friday night. So spectators were charged, was it $5 or whatnot?
Yeah.
That made sense. Now the next day with the tournament, it was just, I don't think you charged for a tournament, did you?
We did. It was $10 for the weekend or $5 for each day.
There you go. So
It's a simple fact that like we're now. I don't want to speak on every event around the United States, but a lot of bigger promoters. We're at the point where we've outgrown the bar scene. We've outgrown the shit, and you got to charge, or you can't have an event. Like I can't have an event at a bar. Hell, I can't even have it at this place, this warehouse I had it at the last year in Arizona. We've outgrown it. We're now at 6,800 square feet venues, and we'll see how it goes this year. We literally have last year, I think we hit Arizona State like 380 some odd entries, but there was like 400 plus people inside this building. They're
Right.
all the people there watching and the families that come because it's all ages, it was too much. We even had an outdoor area of 1,000 square feet that was filled up. So
Right.
I have some thoughts on this.
yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
$5 is pretty reasonable per day. And if you're paying for a venue, then I can see a cover charge to cover the venue. If the venue is free, you probably shouldn't charge anything. But especially if you're showcasing like super matches and you've got big names there competing, I don't think anyone would have an issue showing up and seeing a couple super matches and having to pay $5 to sit there. What other sport allows you in for free? And I know arm wrestling is not basketball, baseball, hockey, whatever. but we're also not charging an arm and a leg. It's we're talking $5-10 here.
Yeah.
So
You're going to spend more than that just on your food and drinks or whatever.
what does it cost to get into an East versus West, for example?
Minimum. I mean, before it was like $50 for a general admission ticket.
Yeah.
I think the Chicago event's 60.
But you're getting like 6 hours of marquee arm wrestling.
Yeah,
And top tier
essentially
talent.
you're paying $10 an hour.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't have an issue with it. I mean, if it's a nationals, a cover charge for family members when it's basically you're not going to generate, like no one's going to take a flight to come watch the nationals as a fan unless they have skin in the game, like their son or their daughter or their,
Your
mom
teammates
or
there.
dad
so-
are competing and
Yeah.
they show up to watch that. Like it's that probably shouldn't happen, but I mean,
Yeah,
But like if you
go
if you
to a volleyball competition for the weekend. Let me know how much you spend for a family.
yeah, that's the thing though. If you're having,
Yeah.
they had nationals this year was at that expo. So I mean, if the expo made the rule like you have to charge X amount, then you have to charge X amount. It's just as simple as that, right? And I think we all made the same point. Like if you're getting the venue free, why would you be charging somebody? I mean, some venues you can get that require you to do like a certain food and beverage thing, right? Like you got to do $3,000 food and bev in order to get the venue free, or yada
Well,
yada yada.
I mean, a nationals probably they have to pay for the venue.
Yeah.
But what they do at our nationals, they've been doing this for years now, is they sell VIP tables. So if you want the best seats in the house, you sponsor a table.
Yeah.
Generally, it's your business. You write it off and you sit up front and you have the best seats in the house. And everyone else is behind the velvet rope sitting in the free ones.
Yeah, I mean, I could just speak on my event because I have nothing to hide. I got $5,000 into the venue and the production alone. But we are doing 10 VIP tables at $500 a piece, trying to sell them some businesses, and that helps. So I don't have to charge people this year at the door, just to try to help out with that cost. You know, some people have, we never really charged for kids; it was only adults. But like just trying to help out, the dollar to the pullers and but I mean, people don't understand that shit adds up nowadays. I mean,
I spent $1,000 on the VIP table when the Nationals were in Winnipeg.
Yeah, I mean, I think for $500, but I think you get 8 seats around the table that we have. We're actually releasing it on Friday.
So 8 people go in, pay $40 a piece. There you go. It's not the end of the world.
Our VIP tables had food and stuff delivered to them too, though, for free, and you could order drinks, but you had like little perks.
Yeah,
we were talking about here.
The VIP table is actually for us because we have a pay-per-view at night. It actually gets you into that pay-per-view at those VIP tables as well for an extra $250. So for $750, you could have it for the whole day for the tournament plus the pay-per-view at night, which costs $5 to get into. Yeah. So I mean, it's a pretty good deal in my opinion.
With the way you guys are talking, I hope people who plan on doing this down the road kind of take note of what you guys are saying, because I don't want to speak for other people, but I think some people, when they get these ideas, don't look at the logistics and all this. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, oh, let's just go ahead and do this and not really pay attention to like what needs to be done. You guys are breaking it down, all the way down to a T. And I'm hoping people understand that, like, hey, it's not just, oh, let's just sell these tables and let's just charge people and go from there, because we don't want to get into where the money goes. That's a whole different ball of wax in itself. Yeah. But that's that. Now, hate to sit there and break people's balls, but we're at the 14-minute mark. Okay. So
you still got a minute. You've got 45 seconds.
Oh, dang it. All right. I'll stretch this off. Hey, I'll tell you what, though.
Winnipeg Jets for a minute.
Hey, good season, though. Good season.
You know the differences between a Winnipeg Jets fan and a Toronto Maple Leafs fan?
Toronto's still in the playoffs.
Still playing.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're out.
When?
The night after the Jets got eliminated, they got eliminated too. So the Jets
were watching a rerun game last night.
They fight hard. They fought hard. Mark Scheifele's dad passed away the night before they went and played, and he played the game.
Wow.
The Jets left that season the fans are optimistic. They're thankful. They're grateful, right? Toronto Maple Leafs fans, they start losing that game 7. They are booing. They are throwing their jerseys on the ice. They are burning them in the streets. And so, like, by the time the game was actually over, the arena was half empty.
I was gonna say, wasn't it like 3-0 at like right off the get, and then the
Yeah,
people just
in a
left.
short time. And people were throwing shit on the ice.
Did you see the guy in New York? Oh, I mean to cut you off, Ryan. Did you see the guy in New York? He's a Pacer fan, and he went to a Knicks game, and they're throwing trash at him. They were like fucking trolling him and stuff.
Well, yeah, welcome to the Garden.
There's a backstory to that. The guy's a firefighter for one, so way to go, dick move, New Yorkers. But so now that's his favorite team. So Tyrese Hillebrand, Pacers all-star guard, inviting him and one of his friends to an Indiana Pacers game 4 of the playoffs to sit right down by the court.
On a similar note, Jody, Mark Scheifele's father, when he passed, after that game was over, the owner of the Dallas Stars offered to fly him to his hometown straight from Dallas on his private plane.
I saw Jamie Benn after sucker punching him too. That last
Give him
game,
a big hug and
was the first was the first person to go up and give his condolences and everything else. So
yeah,
that's the thing about hockey though. Like they leave that shit on the ice. When that game's over with, you would think they're all best friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Toronto fan and you hate everybody.
Do Blue Jay fans act like that or what?
All right, Jody, you're clear. Give it.
Clear? All right. So I was talking about this with Nathan yesterday. And so East versus West, right? Coming up. We got some matches that have been announced, some we knew about. What do y'all think about Michael Todd in his match?
Zoranov.
Yeah.
I
say that because what's the word I'm looking? His last 2 matches were 3-0 sweeps, not in his favor. And I'm thinking, damn, like and I say that because I really want to see what his style will go against Levon. But the more and more I see his matches, the more and more I'm thinking, I don't know if that might be the key to, for Levon. So I'm just curious that, he's taken the match. To me, he took it very quickly, in my opinion. So I was kind of, wondering what you guys thought about that.
I saw the match and it concerned me a little bit because I think Zoranov is right there.
Georgie's scary.
Yeah.
Yes, the score for him and Camille was 3-0. Mind you, it was left hand. But anybody that watches that match back, when Camille goes to actually shoulder press and not flop press, look what happened to Camille in that. He went straight sideways fast. That's a scary human being, like strength-wise.
I think it's going to be a little bit more of a stylistic advantage, we'll say, for Michael, more so than the guys he's pulled, because I think Michael will be able to engage in his strength a little bit more, but it's a big challenge. I
also think that Michael truly, we don't know. Michael knows. He still feels like no matter if it's a 3-0 or a 3-2, he's right there in these matches. And to take a quick match, it's on his homeland. Why wouldn't he? And that always seems to spark him when he's on his turf. So, you can take that last match he had, and maybe if it was over in the United States, maybe it could have been the other way. We don't know. He's strong as shit. He has a lot of heart, and I think that he believes that he's in every match, and he is. He literally – we haven't seen him just get flashed 3-0 ever.
Right.
In a long time. So he's in matches. It's just little tweaks that he's still working on. I think it's a good match.
Even with Vitaly, right? Vitaly's his lever's so long and his hand's so good, right? Like in talking to Michael after that match, he was like, it's not like a normal press, right? Because of Vitaly's length. He's not pressing to where a normal person that flop presses too. It's a different angle. It's a different style. So, he was definitely in that match. Look at round 1 when he stopped Vitaly barely off center on the on the B side. Like he was very much in it. So I mean,
He was making Vitali work. He was, it wasn't like Vitali he went for the blast, but when he got halted, he had to really dig deep. And Todd, looked comfortable. So it's kind of like, all right.
Vitali was hurting in that match. And I think this match with Zaranov's it's a very, very, very winnable match for him. I have him as an actual very heavy favorite going into this, just stylistically, because if Georgie can hook him, but I don't see Georgie being able to hook him.
Right.
So,
but I will say, I think it's a good match. I'm happy. I'm excited to watch it. But on another hand, it goes back to I would like to see it maybe on like the next one and not see the same people back to back, over and over. But again, I do like this match. I think Michael's very much in this match and has a good shot of winning it. So
yeah, I agree. It's a good match. I mean, it's a good match.
yeah,
You guys see this new feature that's going on right here?
Someone put something on my damn face.
Yeah, I thought that was you, Tim.
I'm a big head. I'm a big head.
Yeah, like I said, I have Mike as like a 75-25 favorite in this match. Like I have him as a heavy favorite.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just don't know what the other guy's endurance is going to be like. We knew what Vitali could do. Vitali can sit on that press all day long.
Yeah, I mean, he had an 11-minute match at Worlds at 100 kilos that one year. He sat the table like this for like 10, 11 minutes.
So, I mean, that changes some odds there. Yeah, that could very much change some odds there.
Okay, I got to ask you guys.
Uh-oh.
So I see that Devin's pulling a left-handed match. He's pulling against Kurdecha.
Yes.
Did you see that he got beat by Logan Bittner last weekend?
I heard a story behind that.
Yeah, I mean,
let's hear the story. I want to hear the story.
Well, of course, Devin was down in Virginia. He's down in VA and stuff. And, Devin, he's a machine. He pulls every day, all day, almost maybe 7 days a week or whatever. So he was pulling all day or all night prior to the event, after pulling, side table pulling, all that kind of stuff, decided to end the tournament. Yeah, and the guy flashed him. Kudos to him. Broke the internet with that too. And we all know it's a double-edged sword because it's kind of like, yeah, he would have never beat Devin like that fresh for fresh. However, you still put your arm on the table, so it still counts. So, I mean, I don't, some people get fickle when it comes to stuff like that. So that's my take on it.
So everyone looks for a reason to discredit this guy. And isn't that a little weird? Because he did beat him. Now, like even David Jansen talking about an elbow foul that got missed. The fact of the matter is he did win.
Yeah. The ref put his hand up. That's all that matters. I mean,
that was an explosive hit too.
Yeah, you take I always tell everybody, you take those wins, right? You tell everybody you fucking beat Devin, right?
Everybody knows who that guy is now.
I
know him because I pulled out the Arnolds.
Yeah,
he was there. Yeah,
I mean, I got lucky and caught Mario left-handed off guard at Arizona State and got that win. I'll take it to the grave. He murdered me the next two matches, but hey, I still beat you.
Right.
I beat Chan Shaw when he was 18 years old. I'm up 3-0 against him. Guess what? I'll never lose to him again because I'll never pull him. Right? So you take those wins.
I got one match versus Chan Shaw, and it was a win. Now, granted, he laid down because he was hurt. He was left-handed. I count left-handed. People don't, but whatever, So, yeah.
Logan, they're talking about Logan. Will have a great story to tell his kids. So, this guy is, I think he's relatively young. He's training his ass off. He's hungry. So, this will only fuel him to get better and better. I think somebody needs to grab him and give him a super match somewhere.
Well, this is what I like about this young man. He didn't blow his head up and go, give me a top 5 match. Give me a top 10 match. He straight up said, I would just like to pull anybody from 10 to 20. He wasn't overly confident to go for top 10. Like, he's doing it the right way, right? He's not like, oh, I beat Devin, so give me a number 8 match. No, he's like, let me work my way up. Give me someone in between 10 and 20, and let me prove myself. That's
not calling out Pablo or Corey West.
Yeah, that's respect right there. That's how you do it. That's how you work your way up.
He honestly looks like he can make 242 as well.
could. He's not the tallest guy in the class. He
No.
probably could.
And that
I don't
might
know.
honestly be a better weight for him too, but he's extremely explosive, and you can tell by his hit. Because
Yeah.
you can definitely tell Devin was caught off guard by that.
Does anybody know who he trains with or where he's at? Is he out of Virginia?
No, I mean I got him on social media, but I don't really know.
For some reason I thought he was out of Tennessee.
He might be. I don't
I
know.
think he's out of Tennessee.
So that being said, all of these things,
Yeah.
how does it impact Devin versus Alex Kurdecha?
It doesn't.
It
You
shouldn't.
don't think that Devin will come in with a bit more of a chip on his shoulder after that?
I don't
No.
think Devin cares.
Yeah,
Why
Devin's
not?
gonna be ready no matter if he won or lost. That he could have went 0-2 at that tournament. It wouldn't. It doesn't matter when it comes down to that stage for Devin.
It's only a month away. Like we're talking about a month from now.
But here's the deal, though. So with Devin, when he has a big match coming up, there's a switch he flicks on for that. You didn't see that version of Devin at Virginia State. You just saw, hey, what's going on? I want to pull, have fun, maybe throw a seminar or two or whatever, and side table fun, that kind of stuff. It was fun, Devin. This one at East vs. West is business, Devin. Big difference.
Do we know how Auden did in that tournament? I heard he pulled.
He did. I don't know if he won or not. I think he lost.
See, that just shows like some shit right there, right? If Devin would have never pulled, the only thing we would have heard about that tournament is Auden. But because Devin pulled, we don't even know what the fuck Auden did.
I didn't even know he was there.
Exactly. So
they were there.
That just shows you like some of the dominance that family has in the sport right now.
Well, where was Milo?
I think Milo's doing his
stays in
thing.
Canada for the most part.
I think he also travels to England as well, if I remember right. So.
Yeah, he likes super matches.
Well, he was just he just pulled Juji up at there when Juju's up visiting Devin and stuff. So.
Well, this is interesting.
What?
Comment that says Michael is just trying to save face by pulling Zoranov, who we know isn't winning. I don't know if I would jump on a guy like Zoranov if I was looking for a guaranteed win.
That's a different human. I'm telling you. Like I've met Georgie in person. That man is.
Well, going from these comments, is he not good or something or what?
Georgie's incredible.
Georgie's a monster, man. Like he's
right. So why are people saying that? He's just trying to save face. Michael's trying to save face against a guy. Like they make it seem like he's just like a scrub.
And he looks like a different human every time he shows up. Like he's considerably.
That is not a guy you want to encounter in a dark alley. You're
Juju,
going.
I'm just gonna respond to a comment. Juju's not getting back into arm wrestling, but Juju is a phenomenal person to get ready for a match with. Just for his background of conditioning and preparations and all that. Like that's why Devin has him up there to get ready for certain things because
he's an athletic genius. Basically.
Yes, he is a mastermind of preparation.
Yeah.
Straight preparation for a match of your body, your health, strength, all around. He's the guy.
So can you highlight Jackson's comment?
Against, for sure.
So it says Georgie is a great against unorthodox pullers. Against Michael Todd, he won't be able to do that what Vitaly did, and Michael knows this, in my opinion. So what you guys' comments to that?
People thought the same thing about Rivas, and Rivas was able to beat him with a flop press.
Well, Sankey even goes a little bit further. It doesn't have a press for the King's move. Yeah.
Well, people didn't think Vitaly had a press for the King's move either.
Yeah, but Georgie also has a very powerful hook, and you might see some sort of hook press that can catch Michael off guard, and Michael's going to have to catch it on Georgie's side far away, and that could be a problem too. He might not start off with a press, but he could go from a hook transition straight into it.
Well, my thing too is like, I'm not trying to like shit on people, but you see these people making these comments like, oh, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. Like, have you watched every match this person's ever pulled in their life? Are you training with them? Like, you're making an assumption that they don't. When you're at this level, these guys can do everything. Like, let's be completely freaking honest. If they're put into a situation where they have to do it, they're gonna do it.
Can they do it several times though? That's the problem with
Nobody thought Dave Chafee had a press either.
yeah.
Nobody thought Vitaly was gonna be able to press Michael. Like,
You don't know.
I swear after Dave and Vitaly match is like where all these elites started to bring up the press more. They're like, shit, Dave did it. Like, I got one of those. I could use that.
oh, I mean, look at the same thing when Camille pulled Vitaly on the left. They're like, oh, there's no way Vitaly's top roll is going to be able to stop Camille's press. He did.
Yeah, it's just different way, different styles.
Yes,
You
you
know,
guys
like-
something. I'm gonna shift gears just for a minute here. Who is Manuel Battaglia?
Who?
He's
Yeah.
Italian.
Is he a puller?
Yeah, I'm sure. There he is. I know
He's
this guy
pulling.
from somewhere. I think I've pulled him.
He's pulled at World several times. I know.
Is he pulling on the next card?
He's against Wagner with the left arm.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's won Worlds left-handed, but I know he's podiumed at Worlds left-handed.
He's
I'm
not. Is he
I'm
from
excited.
Switzerland by chance? No, he's Italian.
He's Italian.
I'm excited for them to release some more of these matches.
Yeah. Well, how many do we got? Three so far? So far, we got three.
Five.
Yeah, I
I
think
I see. Who was it? Jerry
No,
pulling?
six. So you have Jerry and Morozov, Devin and Kurdecha, Hermes Levon, Thea and Eileen.
Well, I didn't see that one.
Then you have obviously the one that just got released, Michael and Georgie, and now Wagner Bortolotto versus Battaglia. That's 7 matches.
Well, you got Jerry
my-
versus Morozov. That's
I said that one, didn't I?
yeah, you
Yeah.
did, but I'm looking at it right now, and it's
The
a
Matt match, Matt and Irakli hasn't been confirmed
Right.
left-handed.
well.
there's some more good ones coming out. I'm going to training here in a little bit.
I tell you what, I'm excited when Chafee comes back for a match because now he's dropping a weight class. Good on him, and it might be for the fact that maybe
He's
it's
going
drop this
253,
weight.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
253.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 115.
So I'm excited to see him at that weight to see what he can do.
I think it's a better weight for him right now, especially with the neck issue, with the nerves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave and I had a good. We had a good discussion about because I had this final fusion, so Dave and I had when I picked him up in the airport, we had a discussion about it and how it helped me and stuff like that, and the recovery and stuff like that of potentially getting his neck done.
So you want to talk about the Matt Mask versus Irakli
It's not confirmed from what I know.
potential left-handed match?
Well, let's talk about it. I mean, we can speculate, but let's talk about it.
What was the last time we saw Rackley? Like 2019, 21, something like that.
With the left arm?
Yeah, in a match.
When was the last time Matt pulled in the left match? It was against
pulled-
Ole Danilov and
No, before that he also pulled what's his name too. I can tell you who it was. He pulled him at the Challenger Series. Remember?
Who? Wilton Brock?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilton Brock. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Yeah, and he beat Wilton in a hook.
coming off of a long way off.
Yeah, he killed Danilov and Wilton Brock. And he beat what's his name too? Don't forget that. Let me see. As soon as I see his name.
How the hell am I supposed to remember it when I don't know who what's his name is?
Brad Grundy. He beat Brad Grundy on the left. He beat Brad Grundy on the left too.
Remember.
I
So
forgot about that.
he's had 3 straight wins on the left. Brad Grundy, Ole Danilov, and Wilton Brock. Matt has. Now, are any of those guys the level of Rackley?
2 of them are for Florida. It doesn't matter.
That's what I said. That was my point. I said, are any of them the level of Rackley? No. But
Wilton was at a good level in the Wall tournament days. That's how long it's been.
So obviously, this would have to be a 105 match then, right? Which
It would happen, yeah. 'Cause
Didn't
it's-
Matt talk about that like after his match, about going to 105 or something like that?
his last match in Istanbul was at 105 against Nugo.
yeah, I don't know
Okay.
why.
He's
I don't know
not
why
coming.
Rockley would want to come up to 105 just to pull left-handed against Matt. That doesn't really make sense to me.
For something different, maybe?
Pull left-handed 95 then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who's there at 190 or at,
plenty of
at
guys in the
95 left?
95. Who's the
I don't know.
left-handed 95 champ right now? It's not Oleg's right now. It's too light.
No, he's 85. It's
Yeah, 85.
it's
Is
Oleg
it
Petrenko.
Petrenko, right?
Yeah, and that's a scary human being.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I
That's-
mean, you would
that's a
think that would
scary-
kind of be reversed, like Matt, like that. Petrenko could be more of a 105 guy than
Honest, I mean, look, he was the champ at 105. Petrenko was, and honestly, I think he could be the right and left-handed champ at 95. I think he's a hard match for Hutchings.
David
My
Jansen
opinion.
says Irakli want to pull Krasimir left, but Krasimir is pulling worlds.
Yeah, I forgot. Krasimir usually takes a lot of time off. Which
Yeah, right
I
before
know
Worlds.
Krasimir is not pulling Chicago for the simple because I think this would be his last month to pull, but he's pulling Europeans when I talk to him.
He is pulling Euros and
Yeah.
going to Worlds.
Yeah.
He's got goals. Hey,
Yeah.
this is why I like that guy. He's like, yeah, I love to pull in these events, but Europeans and worlds is my priority. I like that.
You know who I think the next match at 95 they're going to put right-handed is Paul
Who?
Lynn and Petrenko.
Ooh,
Because they're probably going to run Irakli and Hutchings back on the right. And
yeah.
then you essentially have a number one contenders match with Petrenko and Paul Lynn.
I would have liked to see Matt Mask and Lachlan Adair at left-handed at 105. I think that would be a great match.
I would probably be more intrigued by that match.
Yeah, it'd be a good match. A lot of people forget about Lockley's left hand. I mean, that was his dominant hand for years.
He just doesn't get many opportunities to pull
Oh,
it.
on the Georgie Svetkov front, Georgie did have a successful surgery.
Holy man, that's a lot of color.
He's got a lot into the pec now, but
Ooh.
his surgery was successful.
Was it more than he thought? Was it that one tendon?
It was the tendon, but there was also a tear in the muscle. But
Okay.
that's not. I mean, the muscle will heal on its own.
That just looks like it was more than they were all thinking. Like there was more
Yeah,
internal.
Yeah, there was definitely. It was a tendon. The tendon was detached, and the muscle tore itself. Remember how Dev, when he pulled Levon, it tore the muscle belly. He also had a tear in the muscle belly as well, but he did have a surgery to fix everything. So on the road to recovery for Georgie, wish him nothing but the best.
Senga
What is-
says
Is that about 10 months, a year for that one? we know?
Yeah. The muscle will take less time. The tendon obviously takes more, so he'll have some rehab. But it's also going to keep him off the right-handed as well until it's completely healed, because you can't take the risk of pulling on that peg and messing up the surgery.
He's crazy. It wouldn't put it past me in 6 months. He takes a right-handed match.
Oh, I know.
just because he is who he is.
Just because. He'd be, I'll be all right.
What do you guys think of Sanka said
What?
Paul Lynn and Bacho at 95?
I have Bacho as a favorite.
Yeah. I love Paul Lynn, but damn.
That would be, yeah. Ouch.
That's a tough one.
But Bacho is pulled 105 last, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, against Brad Grundy. Against Grundy.
Yeah, and I don't even think he was 105.
I think he was lighter than that. But don't
Yeah.
forget, he pulled Reno Masick at 115 at KOT.
Bacho pulled Adam Rosinski at 87.
Speaking of which,
Well-
where's he been at?
Coming to Arizona State. He's pulling John Therian.
Well, I mean, I know that, but I mean, prior to all that, though.
Word? No, I don't know. A lot of people weren't getting some calls after being over there.
Wow.
Oh,
Unless Tim Tom match, he'll give you a call. Yeah.
I think it's a great match. I'm excited to see it.
Is there a weight cap for that one?
Yeah, they're meeting at 205.
James Clark says he's going to WAF. Adam.
Yeah, me and Adam are going to WAF together.
Okay. Where's WAF? Is that Bulgaria? Where's WAF this year?
Bulgaria. Yeah.
Okay.
Adam's gonna pull the
Cut
85. I'm gonna pull the 90.
Did you already qualify?
I won a national, so the spot's open. I get it. So tentatively, right now, I have it because Adam won it, and Adam's gonna pull the 85, so that relieves a spot open for the 90.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know how that worked out. So I'm like going, oh, okay, cool. And when is that? Is that late September?
September 15th.
Yeah, it's the middle
weird.
of September.
It's weird this year. It starts on like a fucking Tuesday and goes for like 10 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Why?
If you're doing the ref stuff, you got to be there for the whole 10 days as well.
Yeah, I'll get there on Sunday for 2 weeks.
Damn, why so long?
Because what they're changing up shit this year. They're doing like, I don't know how it's gonna work, but they're splitting up the seniors. So the seniors down to like a top 6 or 8 or whatever will pull the next day in the finals. So they're not doing all the seniors in one day. Like when I went, it was like a fucking 15-hour day. By the time the senior championships were going on, it was 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, because you do senior left on the Friday, senior right on the Saturday.
So now they're doing like senior left, and then senior left finals, senior right finals.
That's the way they've always done it. They
No,
did it,
2 days.
I'm saying, but they did like qualifiers in the morning, and then do the finals in the evening.
Yeah. So now they're doing the qualifiers all day long, and the finals the next day.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Good.
But
That's
not a good
stupid.
idea. Who
yeah,
came
I
up
don't
with
like
that?
it. That's what
That's
I
how-
heard they were doing. I don't know if it's for sure. I was talking to Simon about it, and that's why it was like so long this year, is because they were extending some days for stuff like that. So
You better save your piggy bank, man. Good Lord.
That's a
I
long
heard
time.
it was pretty cheap over there at least.
It is. It's cheap in Bulgaria.
Which I think I'm coming from Arizona, and my flight on British Airways was nonstop to London to Bulgaria. Round trip was like $600.
Yeah, I'm
It
doing
wasn't hateful at all.
Yeah, I'm doing a flight to Ireland to Bulgaria. It's just cheaper that way because you can take a Ryanair flight once you hit there,
Mhm.
and it's so cheap. You can fly it for like $150. So you book a flight from for me, it'd be from Dallas to Ireland, and then I rebook on Ryanair from Ireland to Bulgaria, and it's just a lot cheaper. You're essentially booking 2 flights, but it's a lot cheaper.
Wow.
That's normally what I do, and I found this flight, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's kind of nice."
So you're going at 90 kg, right?
And Ryanair is like fist fights to make sure you get on the plane first, so you don't lose your bags.
Yeah, 198 for me.
Where you at now?
Just right about 230.
There you go.
I started my cut May 1st. I should be low 220s by Arizona State in a couple weeks.
Mhm.
And then by July 1st, hoping to be walking around about 210, 215. And then I have a round robin in August that I'm doing at 200 pounds. And then
Oh, can we talk about that, or is it too early?
Whatever.
I didn't. We'll talk. What's up? What round robin are you involved in?
It's at the Colorado States. It's me. I can never remember his name. Rodriguez from Canada. What's his name? Josh
Rodriguez.
Josh Rodriguez. Oh gosh, Dustin D. Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Another
is it an
guy.
8-man?
What's that?
Is it an 8-man?
6-man.
6-man? Okay.
Nathan.
It's not me.
No, Nathan.
I'm not making 200
The tall
pounds.
guy from Colorado.
Uh,
He pulled nationals. Man, I don't know. You ask me all these questions.
Hey, where's the flyer at, Corey? What the hell?
I'm gonna find the flyer. I'm gonna kill everybody. Let's put it that way. They're all screwed.
Matt Girdner, he's from Colorado.
Celebrity guest.
Yeah.
Let me see this thing. I'll tell you.
Last time Danny pulled Josh Rodriguez at Colorado last year and beat him.
Yeah, I set that match up because I went and did a seminar. Me and Sarah and Corey went to Canada and did this whole seminar thing, and he was there, and I was like, "Damn, you should come to Colorado State."
Well, he's supposed to pull Luke Polsher, and Luke couldn't do it. Josh, what I remember.
All right. Isaac Russell.
Ooh, okay.
Nathan Johnson, I think. Something Morrison.
Yeah, sometimes those names you're not familiar with are strong shit.
Adrian Morrison.
Adrian Morrison, maybe? That sounds familiar.
That's him.
And then D. Woody, me, and Rodriguez.
Tim for the win. Yeah. Undefeated.
I feel like I have a good shot. And I have a really good draw. I think the bracket's actually already out for it.
Already?
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
yeah. People away.
Yeah. I mean, the weight's coming off, the muscle's staying on. I said, training a certain somebody in Arizona for Chicago right now.
Don't be giving out riddles and clues and stuff. Not saying nothing, man.
That's all I'm saying.
Just
so
it feels good. Tell us, Tim.
Thank God we got an after hours. The hell.
I know who it is.
Shouldn't be hard to figure out. But it's gonna be good. Yeah, I mean this round there's a lot of good super matches and round robins for Colorado State. It should be pretty big. You know, I'm kind of curious to how it's gonna work. I'm going to the Shaw Classic the weekend before.
Damn, are you gonna be rested up?
Yeah. Because I don't plan on making a big cut. I should be walking around that, right? Maybe a 5-pound cut.
Well, you're not pulling at the Shaw Classic either, are you?
No.
Oh, see, I thought you were pulling there.
No.
Okay.
Nope. So, but I mean, and plus it's like an hour flight for me. It's nothing.
Where's the Shaw Classic?
Colorado.
Loveland, Colorado.
Yeah, you fly into Denver.
Yeah, about
you just drive up.
20 minutes. Jody, yeah, we were there together.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it sucks that they're back-to-back weekends. It really does. But I mean, we'll see how it turns out. I don't know. I know that Brian had a pre-entry, like the pre-form, so I don't know how that's looking. I haven't figured that out yet, but I hope they're both just huge and successful because it'd be just good for our sport. I mean, Colorado State. Away? What's that?
Is he giving cash away?
I think so. I don't know if it's fully been announced. Maybe it has, but I heard he was.
Who, Brian's?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything on it.
Yeah. Well, it's different, right? Like his is on Friday. So
yes, I think the event's on August 16th, if I'm not mistaken.
So Tim, how's Joseph Moranto looking?
Joseph? I don't know. Haven't seen him for a while.
Going off the guys. What's in the chat here?
I haven't seen him for a while.
Okay, well, you know what, you guys, let's in a few minutes we're going to dip early because we got to do the after hours and I got to be out of here hard out at 12.
I know this is on the air, but I got a random question for you, SB.
Oh,
how far is the Crown Royal factory from your house, your place?
2 hours.
And where is it at now? Because it used to be in Waterloo.
It's in Gimli.
Gimli now. Hey, Crown Royal tasted a lot better when it came from Waterloo. I'll tell you that before it burnt down.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's always been Gimli.
No.
100% of the time.
No. No.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture of the bottle.
Yeah. You know,
a
little fun fact for you. A little fun fact for you. Back when I was at Waterloo is when they were making the Cast 16, and that's why it's very hard to get Cast 16 now because they don't make it.
Are you saying Waterloo? Is that what you're trying to say?
Sure. Yeah. LOO.
That's Waterloo.
Yeah, Waterloo. In America, we call it Waterloo.
Waterloo, Ontario?
That's why the Cat 16 tastes smoky, because they were in the barrels when it burned down.
You get that smoky taste.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you know that we can't get bourbon in Canada anymore?
Why?
You can order it through the mail. Well,
What?
because as a
Something about
countermeasure to your president's tariffs.
Oh God, don't say that. No political stuff, man.
They basically all Canadian liquor
Most-
stores are not selling.
Well, every
American.
province is individual,
Yeah.
but most provinces have pulled bourbon off the shelves because all bourbon is American.
Do you need some?
I need some. Just go ahead and wrap it in your T-shirt, Esri, and send it to me.
You can get it in the mail. Like you can.
I would rather drink Crown Royal anyways. I don't see
That's
the
why I said,
problem.
do you need some?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm part Canadian, according to Knuckles Up, so it's all right.
You're one half of the Canadian side of Can-Am Connection, Jody. So
There you go. See?
there you go.
I gotta go to Canada 4 times this year.
Yeah. Well, it's
I'm just gonna
And
start.
by the way,
I'm just gonna get a PO box up there at this point.
And by the way, your wife told me how cold it gets in October. By the way,
About 0.
she's lying to you. October can be snow, or it can be like 70 degrees, 75 degrees.
was there snowing the other day?
It did.
See?
May long weekend is the same as October. It can be really warm, or it can be snow. It's one of those times when it's unpredictable.
Swear to God, I'm gonna get dual citizenship. Watch.
That's why I said just start a PO box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to dip out, guys.
All right,
my friend.
Let's put a pin in this one, and we'll go to the after show here. Which no, it's not really a show, everybody. It's just where we gossip. And
Yeah, but if you want to know what we talk about, once again, $59.99 to eat 4 of us.
It's got to be higher than that for the trolls out there.
It's
Yeah.
99.
we were
$99.99 for each of us.
That's per person per
Yes,
episode.
those are the perks you get.
We should have one called the After Hours episode and just put it on, see how many people tune in.
Oh, dude, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm game, but then everything got to be dark, and the background has to be dark, and
Do we all have to wear black?
oh, that'd be sweet. Sunglasses, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it. All right. So long, everybody. We can see you guys next week.
Yes, take care, everybody. Enjoy your Whopper Wednesday.
What?